banchan. These are the side plates.
Okay.
The toraji that came from the.
지난 영상에서는 유명 셰프 라스 소렌슨이 한국인의 소울푸드라고 할 수 있는 김치와 프라이드 치킨을 만드는 모습을 보여드렸습니다. 한국식 치킨과 김치를 맛본 후 한식에 푹 빠진 라스 소렌슨. 그는 급기야 한식 레스토랑 김치 가이즈의 오너의 집까지 찾아갔습니다. 바로 한국의 진짜 가정식을 경험하기 위해서였죠.
Custom is to bring a gift the first time you come to somebody's house. So one of my servers in my restaurant, his name is David, he's Korean.
Oh, nice.
His mom made this, and it is ginseng root, and I guess it's more for medicinal purposes, but I wanted to make sure that it's okay to give alcohol.
You know what? My dad loves to drink, and he's going to appreciate that very much.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
I'll just give you a little background on my parents. I mean, they're just very, simple. They're just hardworking people,
What prompted them to come over here?
I think two things. One, I think, my older sister has muscular dystrophy. But at the time in Korea, they didn't know what she had. There's a lot more opportunities in America, better medical facilities. It's always that kind of perception, know. They decided that they're going to take a chance and move everybody over. And I remember as a young kid, we lived in the kind of a shady area of St. Louis, and they would have to leave us at the house by ourselves. But it was really tough on them both having to work, and there was no choice. They still can't speak English today after almost 40 years, but back then trying to work and on all of that and trying to put food on the table, it was tough for them, very, very tough for them.
But humble beginnings makes you who you are.
Yeah, it's part of who I am as a person for sure, growing up that way.
Your mom is ready for us?
I hope so.
Yeah. Do we have to take the shoes off?
No, just come on in.
Hello.
It's my dad.
Nice meeting you.
My mom.
Nice meeting you.
My niece.
Nice meeting you. We have a bottle for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
With ginseng in it.
Ginseng, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. We understand you taught him how to cook. And you have a garden in the back. We would love to see your garden.
They're always growing something. Yeah, everything back here is edible. 이건 다 뭐지? 아빠 좀 알려줘봐 좀. Cucumber over here.
Okay.
Green onion here. 이건 다 뭐? And then you can see this is radish.
Radish, okay.
Sesame seed, like sesame leaves.
It's all here. Garlic, onions, cucumber, radishes, lettuces. An expansive garden tucked into the backyard of an unassuming suburban home.
This is actually Korean garlic because he actually got the garlic from Korea.
Okay.
And then he planted them, so you've been kind of saving a few every year, and then we'll plant those. 하나 빼봐. 여기 있네, 여기 있네. Like this. So when you pull it, yeah. And you probably had this before. It tastes very, very, very
delicious.
They'll plant this, and then every few months they'll have something else. And this is the gochujang and doenjang. And they're fermenting that right now. So this is house-made Korean miso. My mom will actually take the beans, grind it down, and start making this.
Wow.
She makes her own gochujang. He has his way of labeling things, and these are seeds that he would actually harvest himself.
Wow.
It's not store-bought. This is all.
After harvesting a few things from the garden, it's off to the family kitchen to prepare a traditional Korean meal. This is a process Munsuk's mother has repeated here in the kitchen day after day, year after year, for most of her life. Watching her turn things from the garden out back into a full meal, you get the impression that she takes cooking for her family very seriously.
Don't ask her about recipes because she doesn't have any recipes for anything. She does it by taste and feel. I said, when did you start learning how to cook? And she said, when I got married.
Yeah.
Several things that are very, very common is you're going to see a lot of side dishes called banchan. You're also going to see usually a meat dish as an entree that's being shared by everybody that's at the table. and a soup, you know. And you're always gonna see a kimchi at the table. That's the one thing that's probably 100% given. My mom's been an inspiration for sure. She's been a really, really good home cook, you know, and she's always cooking Korean food, you know? Yeah, which I always crave.
Yeah.
So this is a typical side dish called 콩나물. It's just a steamed bean sprouts mixed with very, you know, traditional Korean seasonings. But these are the 콩나물 and 도라지 is the two most common vegetables. 이거 기른 거야? This was from the back. This is from the back. Huh? Oh, this one he said it grows from the front.
Okay.
But yeah, this one, that's what you tasted earlier outside in the garden. Yeah, and you see my dad's out there and every day, like just tending the garden, and you know, and he takes pride in, you know, eating fresh out of the backyard, you know.
The smell of simmering miso and fresh vegetables is unbelievable.
And yeah, you just grab a little bit of the banchan. These are the side plates.
Okay.
And fish. This is the 도라지 that came from the front yard.
Okay.
This is the garlic shoots that came from the backyard. This is
all vegetable.
a lot of vegetables.
Okay.
Okay. This is the kind of pickled radish.
Okay. The care his mother took to prepare a meal from the garden that they planted and tended to themselves was a good reminder of what cooking is really all about for me. The opportunity to slow down and spend time with those that are most important to you. This is really good.
Oh yeah, that's the 도라지. You'll have the same meals 3 times a day. They'll make a different meat dish, different soup dish. Soup becomes a part of the meal. I think in American culture, you serve it first.
Yes. Munsuk's family was gracious. Growing up with 3 meals a day like this, it's no wonder Munsuk developed his appreciation for food. I've been a chef all my life. I'm 52 years old, and it's the first time I've had that. It's absolutely delicious.
Well, it's exciting that I'm sharing your first Korean meal, you know, in my mom's home.
You know, it's part of your journey, and that's why it's so interesting. It's like this is what inspired you to do what you do today. This is where it all comes from.
It does come from here.
It's your mother's fault. Food is love.
Food is love.
Yeah,
And love your food.
exactly. Well, I'm coming back for dinner tomorrow. You told him that, right? Good meal, good conversation, and newfound friends has me feeling grateful and ready to get back to the kitchen with some of the things I've seen here. To his own admission, the concept of kimchi guys wouldn't have worked here 15 years ago. But things are changing. I see what Munsuk is seeing. I can feel it, I can sense it. Hats off to people that try what he's trying to do. There's a new day here. Food is love. That's what it's all about.